G'day mates, how's it going? I'm Caddlebear and welcome back to Vampyr. Last time we played I was trying to find a save point and I just went and died instead because that got me a save point. So now I'm here. I need to go not here. I need to go not here. This is what's happening in the game. I'm here and I need to not be here. But I'm still going to loot because I'm a lootable. Can I shop? No, I need to go to the hospital. I'm supposed to go to the hospital. They want me to enter Pembroke Hospital. What? Bring back the wallet to its owner? What wallet? Did I find a wallet? I don't remember finding a wallet. There's a crying baby. I'm over here. I need to be over down here. So I need to go south. So basically I need to head this way. We're just gonna... Farewell! 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 I'm leaving, leave me alone. Leave me alone, I didn't want to be here. Hell no! Oh hell no! Not hello, hell no. I'm just trying to find a nice place to be. Please leave me alone. Please. Oh, that place, yeah. I'm almost back at the hospital. You know, the hospital. That's where I need to be. See, this is the hospital. It's the nice hospital, everything's wonderful here. You know, it's a safe place. Nothing bad could possibly happen at the hospital. No. Oh, hello. Unknown? There's two unknown people. Hello.
Doctor, where have you been?
Oh, hello.
I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit.
Yeah, that guy.
I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Thanks. I apparently have a few questions.
I would like to ask a few questions first.
How's Mr. Hampton? Who's Mr.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in.
The
How
priest?
does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Nope, nothing. Here's me more than I
It's
met him.
right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Oh.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
That's good. I'm gonna go back and ask you something else. Where's my room?
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
I guess.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Cool. Goodbye.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
I need to go talk to that other dude. The Mr. Dude. I don't want to say his name because I'm pretty sure I don't remember his name.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us.
I have.
I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before at the Rockefeller University.
All these people I've met before.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember.
Oh.
I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
Aw.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
And I've got a cool coat. What about my coat? Have you seen my coat? I could just... I can't. Okay. You see that mesmerize up there? Medical checkup. E. Can I just...
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
Okay. Sorry.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
No, I'm used to working worse. People are more
It's
important.
more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
I will bring this place hope with my vampire stuff.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good.
Oh.
But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character
Me too.
traits.
Me too. Positive characters?
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
Ooh, I got a hint.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Yeah, if she was a man, right? If she was a man.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all
Early
he can to keep
1900s.
this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Let's go back. Let's go back. Personal questions? I need hints.
Goodbye.
Farewell,
Dr.
sir. My conversation than yours.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver
Oh,
for
an
this
ambulance
shithole of
driver.
a hospital.
You
That's
see.
quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No
Well,
need to
sir.
explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
May? Hello? I have found your wallet.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway.
Oh,
To
thanks.
remind you to keep your mouth shut.
Oh,
Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
I see. Oh, 40 shillings. I'm rich now. Tell me about your life.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
I just want my plot. That's what
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know, and by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
So they can
Keep
defend
people
themselves.
alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Oh, should I give you a medical
Do you
checkup?
need any medical help, Milton?
I'm fine, Doc. Physically, at least. But I would give everything to be in a better place right now.
Sorry, Milton.
So what do you
He's
do
an ambulance
exactly at
driver.
this hospital? Apart from smuggling
He's
guns.
an ambulance driver.
I've
He told
been an
us.
ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I'll bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
You sound like you've had it rough,
It
Milton.
sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing in. I escaped from the hospital's garden. but I lost my wallet when
Oh,
I
I
was
see.
running.
This is
You
James Tucker.
left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want.
I
Be
already
careful,
did.
Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
I'm done there. I'm done there. I finished
Since
that.
you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack.
Yeah, everyone attacks me. Just... what about personal questions?
What's going on between you and Nurse
No,
Hopkins?
I don't...
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I
Aww.
am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
Leave them alone. Leave them alone, me.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running?
27.
There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
I know, I agree. I'm just asking the questions I'm allowed to ask, that's all. I'm not being a judgy pants.
I'd like to
Okay.
see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Did you sell any guns for 40 shillings? You have Milton's shotgun for 315 shillings. Ooh. Ooh, I would not mind having that. Can I have that? So bullets for 1 shilling? That's nice. Shotgun shells for 3. Okay. I don't know. I will come to you when I need things, Milton, okay? Okay? I'll remember this. Milton selling things to me.
If only I were young again.
Are you that doctor
Just a
dude?
dozen
Yeah, that
years
doctor
or so.
dude. I don't. No. I'm just gonna take those last vials. I mean, what would the hospital do with them anyway? I am clearly the better person for that. Hello! Oh, it's her!
Good evening, Nurse.
Nurse Brannigan.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Do you like to
Did he
look at me?
It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
This isn't a good
You
way to have a
must know,
conversation.
blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research.
Ooh.
He is convinced it is the future.
Does he want vampire blood? Oh, is he gonna be a bad guy?
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
Could this hospital
Do you
fail?
think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I know, there was one resigning earlier.
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
We could. We could. I agree. Love a good night's sleep.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant
Yeah.
professionals, most of them.
Got any hints?
Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
Someone need to
It
be
would
put
be
down.
inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Which colleague?
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here.
Dr. Tippett had
If
nice
only he
things to
were
say
young.
about you.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Interesting. Interesting. Speak up, woman.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something,
kidding.
please tell
I'm
me.
kidding.
Anything you say will
I
be
expect him
held
to be
in
meaner.
confidence.
No, I may disagree with some conduct, But in the end, everybody is doing their
Okay.
best.
What's going on, Nurse Brannigan? What's going on? What's going on? Personal questions. Tippett praises
Why does
you.
Dr. Tippett's claim you're the main reason he
Oh.
keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it
Oh.
wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Oh, would you like a
Do you
medical
require
checkup?
medical assistance, nurse?
Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine.
Okay. I'm gonna go then. I'm gonna go.
Goodbye.
I'm sorry that my character
Call me
seems
if you need
vaguely
me.
sexist, but I guess it's just the time. You okay? No, she's not okay. Oh, Milton's worth a little bit, just a little bit. She's worth 3,000. He's worth 1,600. Just eyeing up everyone's blood values. I'm not going to drink people's blood though. Like, I'm just curious. I'm a curious person, but I'm not going to drink their blood because I'm a nice person. I need to go around the outside. I'm gonna see about the other thing. There was another guy doing trade, or was that something? Yes, it was a small bottle. I'm sure these small bottles are useful. Okay. Sorry, we're just gonna do a quick little run to the other guy, I think. He may not be this way. No, he's not this way. Okay, we're gonna go the other one. Just a little jog. Just a little jog. In my nice coat. Oh, what does this say? Hospital full. Due to the influenza, the hospital can no longer take any patients. Hospital full. Please go back home. Oh, that's sad. Very sad. I don't like to see that. Don't want to go in there. I know there was a guy out around the thing that had a place. Yes, there was a guy out around the thing that had a place. It's here. It's here. This guy. This guy I need to talk to. Hello, sir. Hello. Dr.
Good evening,
Chandra?
Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Was it Dr. Chandra? Dr. Chidana. That's why I didn't want to guess his name earlier, because I was pretty sure I was wrong, you know? Ooh, he's got lots of stuff.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
You should talk to Dr. Tippett since I had a hint.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
Ooh, a new hint already.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Milton Hooks, I see. The ambulance driver.
Have we met before?
You know,
I
apart
don't
from when
think
I was
so,
here earlier.
sir.
Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Killed her. Possibly. I think
Do you
killed
work
her.
here alone?
Maybe.
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
I watched these
Why do you
bodies.
have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the
see.
missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Understandable though.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Makes sense. You're a pawnbroker.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir.
Only
All
vampires,
kind
right?
of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
When I looked, you barely had anything.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
I'm a good person.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Oh, I see. Believe in life after
Since
death?
you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No, I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Hmm.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is, we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
Oof. Oof.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise
sorry,
man,
Dr.
Mr.
Chidana.
No,
Oh,
Dr.
sorry,
Reed,
missed it.
I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Okay. Okay. I think we're ready to get on with the game. We've talked to other people.
Goodbye,
I
Mr.
could.
Chidana.
I'm gonna go around the other way just to
Bodies
talk
will
to
arrive and
Dr.
then
Tibbets
sadly
before I'm done.
depart. I'm managing to train
Name of mercy that depended. Nearest the needed name. Where at the nearest Labor and National. I see. Oh. I see. Ooh, a corpse. Hello. Yoink. Crumpled letter. Dear love, I finally found the missing money for the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Don't worry about nothing now except getting better, for I took care of everything. I asked some of the neighbours and they told me that this Mr. Hooks is something of an honest crook. He may ask for extra money in exchange for a bed, but the bed is then guaranteed. I'm sorry I refused to pay first, and I realise now that the important thing is that you get better soon. The Pembroke Hospital is a good place, I heard, despite the bad behaviour of this Milton Hooks. I promise you that everything is okay now. I'll see you in your clean bed as soon as possible. With fondest love, Nikolai. Milton, are you selling hospital beds? I'm not that surprised. Milton probably needs to make extra money and, you know, not going to judge him too harshly. Just a little bit. Hello, would you like a checkup? Oh wait. Sorry. Did you want a checkup? Did I ask you if you
Good
wanted a
evening,
checkup?
Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Do you need medical attention?
I'm feeling all right, Doctor. But perhaps it is because I, too, am used to the smell of the dead.
Okay. Bye. I
Goodbye,
was
Mr.
just checking. Figured I'd see if you wanted a checkup. Hello, person. Hello, other person. What was that sound? That does not sound like a good sound. Hello!
Good evening.
There are so many people.
I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Thanks. Tell me about yourself.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed.
That's not about yourself.
I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
Oh, are you a crazy guy?
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical,
I do not trust
you may
this guy at
remain
all.
empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Oof, I feel like you're a crazy guy.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
Flattery is useless. I'm glad to help you.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
I feel that if this guy is, like, you know, having some issues, maybe if I get on his good side, I can help him and maybe, you know, stop the awfulness. Stop the awfulness, that's my plan.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need my help?
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see.
That's a fetch quest.
Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I
You're
have
giving me a fetch quest. New citizen investigations available. Press tab to open it. Citizen investigations are displayed here, categorized by districts. You can start a new citizen quest by tracking it with the left mouse button, then access your map to locate the area to explore. I've done that one. Oh. Okay. Dr. Frost Strickland is a young, daring physician who is fascinated by the science of medical advance. He is presently conducting some experiments on his own, but he is waiting for some products he recently ordered. He suspects the present shortage may have incited his supplier to sell the batch to a more eminent doctor than him. That's why he asked me to go there and use my reputation to obtain the needed supplies. Will do, buddy boy, will do. Farewell. Oh, hang on.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
What?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Oh.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury.
Oh.
He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father. Ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Oh, what did he do? What did he do?
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and
Gonna
flesh.
hunt down this Dr. Ackroyd. Don't worry, buddy. Don't worry. Like, I was suspicious of you, and I'm still slightly suspicious of you, Dr. Farrow. But we're gonna...
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
What? I'm calling him Dr. Farrow. I think Farrow more than Strickland. It's a nicer name. Where are you? Hello, Pippa. How's it going, Pippa? This is not the person I wanted to hunt down, but hello, Pippa.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And
Don't
I'm
worry, I know
Dr.
who you are.
Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
It's a euphemism? Is it? Okay. Ooh, many
How would you
questions.
describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Spanish flu won't last forever.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end,
Spanish flu is
nobody was
really bad.
spared?
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
I don't like the way she's looking at me. It's weird. It's weird. Look at me like a normal person. Don't look at me like that way. That's just... Please stop.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You're right.
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our
Exactly.
best.
Exactly.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for
Not
that,
really.
just feel free, Doctor.
Not
I
really.
have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore.
Wow.
But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Shit
Is
rules.
he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton so
Why is
grumpy?
Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Huh.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Okay. I need hints to get anywhere.
Goodbye,
Yeah.
Nurse Hawkins.
Oh my god, there are so many people to talk with. This is just going to be an episode of me talking to people. That guy does not look healthy. What? Are you burnt? Are you badly burnt, buddy?
Good evening, sir.
Oh.
Can I help you?
Unless
Hello.
you're here to fix my face.
Oh.
No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
I'm fine. Just do something for this pain, will you? That's all I'm asking.
Let's see, okay. I could mesmerize him. Oh no, I do not want to mesmerize him. No, game, I'm not going to drink his blood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars. If you get my drift.
Mm-hmm. Who's treating you? That's what I want to know.
Who is
it
treating
Ackroyd?
you? Is someone in particular looking
Is
after
it
you?
Ackroyd?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Or crying inside, you know.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you
What can we do for
long?
you?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were
German
an
shell?
officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Okay. Farewell,
Goodbye
Thomas.
for
I will
now,
see
Mr.
if I can help you. There was another person around. Oh my god, there are so many people. There are so many people. I mean, I get it, but wow, there are so
Good
many
evening,
people.
miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Samesies!
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Have you heard of Cotard syndrome?
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome? Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
You don't seem okay.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed. Blood is the only drug I need.
You want me to get you some blood?
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
Yes.
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Okay,
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
You're interesting. I like you. What was that? I don't know what that was. Is there loot in here? This looks like a place where they had loot. Loot, 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 loot. Loot, 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 doors. Loot, 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 loot. Oh. No loot. No loot. More small bottles for me. What's out here? don't see anyone. But where does he sleep?
It's locked, all right.
It's locked. So what am I doing back here? Oh, this is the... This is a place in... A place of some sort. Interesting. 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 Anything back here? No, not really. Okay. But I can't go up here. Is there something up here? Why can't I go up here? The plot thickens. Or rather, just... Is there something I'm supposed to see in here? Or... Oh. Okay. We're gonna go back in. We're gonna finish all these conversations. Wait, was that something that looked like a bin? That looked like a bin. I saw you there, bin. Not hide from me, bin. I have eyes like a hawk. Hello, Pippa. Hey, Pippa, do you need a checkup? Do you need a checkup? I'm offering checkups to people.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical help yourself, nurse?
I'm fine, really. I just need to sleep.
Okay. Bye.
Goodbye,
I was just looking to give some medical stuff.
It's locked.
Of course it's locked. This one isn't. Long letter. Birmingham, 27th of October. Hello sis, how are things in the big city? Here in Brum, things are not so good. It seems the flu is here again, and we have many new cases of infection in the neighbourhood. Do you remember Ms. Scheller? The old drinking hag from the third floor? The old drinking hag! Of course. She passed away 2 days ago and her flat is already occupied again. Jeez, you would have to pay me a huge amount of money to go sleep in the bed in which a woman died of the flu just a few hours ago. Sorry I did not take time to quickly answer your last letter. Between taking care of little Paul, Mum, Dad, and my job at the factory, I really find time to write to my favourite sister. By the way, my son says hello to his Auntie Pepper. You should see the little bugger, already driving me mad. And Mum says you bring back some of those marvellous cakes the next time you come back home. Cakes, I want a kind. In your last letter, you told me, because you tell people things, you don't hold them things, you thought about quitting your job at the Pembroke hospital. Have to tell you, Pip, you better think twice. There are always jobs at the factory, but wages are shit. It's as boring as a day without a shag. Oh, I have a new fiance, and no, I'm no slut, you moral bitch, you. So if you really want to quit and do something more useful than counting the dead every morning, maybe you better stay in London and join that band you told me about. The Guard of Priven or something like that. Never heard of them, but if they are like you said, some sort of civil militia trying to make a difference, then maybe it's a good choice for you. Just be sure to let the others go in front. That's how my poor Billy got killed in France, by leading too many patrols. Bloody war. Anyway, come back as soon as you can and give me all the good news before that. I am your affectionate sister, Lucy, Paul, Mum, and Dad. Hello, Pippa. Pippa? Pippa's there. I have sensed her. Hey, Pippa. You planned on... Excuse me. Hi, Pippa.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
I have a personal question for you.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
Patients
But you're
need
doing
you.
something important here. For all the patients who need your help.
We save lives, sure. Each time we send a cured patient home, it's a relief beyond words.
But it's the ones that don't
But
get
since
cured.
the epidemic, I feel so powerless.
I get it, Pippa. I'm sorry. You want to be more useful.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't
Why
know
do you
yet.
seem so aggressive?
My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
What about Milton?
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
I see. Okay.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Bye. I'm gonna go talk to this dude. Hello.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory.
That's okay.
Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You
Did
remained perfectly nice and polite.
Yeah.
A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you some questions though, okay? I'm a detective.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
Oh.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr.
It looked pretty
Hampton.
cool though.
Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Okay. What else you got?
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
It's
The
not good.
situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they
The
lost
Wet
their
Boot
leader.
Boys? The Wet Boot Boys?
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I have had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End.
Aw.
No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Why are you sad?
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Dooth Digby.
Dooth Digby.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from
Yeah,
the
him.
Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Spare?
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
It is.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
I see. Okay. Personal questions for you, Doctor? How do you feel?
How do you feel,
Personal
Mr.
question?
Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel
Oof.
empty.
You're in
Oof.
good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor
I haven't
woman
seen
had
her.
such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Oh, I see.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks.
Oh.
And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right
Interesting.
path to our Lord.
Are you a priest?
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Oh, okay. I thought he was a priest.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Okay. So I've got like 10 minutes left, and I need to finish up this hospital talkathon.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton.
So we're gonna try. We're gonna try.
We'll talk again later.
Yeah, we will talk again later, but not right now. Not right now.
I cannot enter.
Let's push my blanket. Let's push your blanket. Who pushed your blanket? We'll get to the bottom of this mystery. Do I need to go upstairs? I don't even know if I have time to go upstairs. Who are you? Dorothy. Have I talked to you?
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Yes, I have. Fine.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
I need to... Oh, there's Harvey. Hey, Harvey.
Good evening, sir.
I know things about you.
I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
What was your leg? Am I thinking of someone else?
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Oh. Okay, what do you know about the hospital?
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility.
I want to.
Apologies.
Let me do it. I'm good. I got this.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty
Where
about
was his leg?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
Wasn't it his leg?
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
I can eat you, apparently.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Ooh. Ooh. That's terrible.
Tell me more about the death of your wife.
Oh yes, please. Let's torture this
1915.
guy.
I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
You know, anyone that chooses to mesmerize and eat this guy is an arsehole and orphaned his poor children. Yeah, I'm just putting it out there.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Harvey. Do you want a medical checkup?
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
Okay. Bye, Harvey.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me...
Yoink. Unfinished letter. Pembroke Hospital, 2nd of November. My dear children, sorry I did not write to you before, but it hurts like hell just to write these few words on bloody paper. Don't worry, Daddy will go out of the hospital as soon as the doctors fix his arm. In the meantime, if you need something, go see Mr. Chadwick at the construction site. Tell him you are Harvey Fiddick's children. You remember Robert Chadwick? The big guy with a mustache who helped me repair the house doors last spring? Go see him and ask for a few bob. He won't refuse to spare you a few. I'm sorry I can't work anymore for now, but we'll figure out something as soon as I'm out. Don't worry, everything will be fine as soon as Daddy's arm is strong again. As soon as the doctors have fixed my arm, Harvey! 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 You're making me sad. You're making me sad, and I've only got like 4 minutes left, and then I need to end
Good
this
evening,
video.
Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
I have personal questions for you because I'm an asshole.
You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother, if I may ask?
She's
She
dead.
died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids.
You already know this.
We never found her body.
Oh, never found her body. Okay.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Hang on. Oh, I can get 1,000 experience from him. Did I?
Good evening,
Did I
Mr.
miss something
Fiddick.
here?
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
No, there's nothing here.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Okay. Let's see if there's anyone else.
As for
See, I
me,
only need to go like over here. Hello.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed, yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Wow. You're an asshole. Look, I'm gonna finish up with you, and then I need to end the video, and then I guess we'll finish talking to people next video. Jeez, so much talking, so much talking.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
No need for such animosity.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
I want to call them
That
jealous.
is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
I am only here to help, sir.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
Do I have
I
to choose your
strongly
leads?
believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Oh.
I really hope you're right about this, Dr. Ackroyd. I am trusting your judgment on this.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Okay. What about
Since
the
your
Pembroke
tenure
Hospital?
in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's
In
just
5 words
say
or less.
I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea,
Okay, dude.
but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
I understand what he's doing, you know? Get it. I get it. He's a good doctor.
Since your tenure in
No,
this
no,
hospital
no,
is
I'm
longer
good.
than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's
I don't
just
care.
say
I don't care.
Carelessness.
We're here.
I don't in...
Modern.
Okay.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon, and it has always come at a price. And personal initiative.
It is not a question of initiative, it is a question of integrity. These men and women have put their faith in us, Dr. Reed.
It just doesn't feel that we need to use patients to experiment and further our own goals.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd.
Okay, goodbye, Dr. Ackroyd. Can I have a save point, please?
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Oh, yes, I got a save point. Yes, yes, the game saved. The game saved. Okay, okay. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate it greatly. I will be doing another one, obviously. You know, we'll be back. We'll be exploring the rest of the hospital, talking to anyone that's left. It may take a while. I don't know. I literally have no idea how many more people there are. At least need to talk to Dr. Swansea, I assume. Then I can get started on the actual quest stuff. I'm just trying to get the story down, you know? So, thanks again. Have a great day, night, whatever. Catch you later. Bye for now. Bye. That's my end stream. Bye.